Okay, so before we get into this video properly, I just want to mention a couple of points. Now, I edited this video yesterday. It was actually filmed 6 or 7 months ago, and I've only just gotten around to getting through it. Simply because I've got so many videos, so many clips, that I've just got a big backlog of stuff. Anyway, my point. So, I'm into my second year. This was my second summer, so halfway through my second summer that you're about to watch. And I've disagreed with some of the points I've even made on there. Now, the point I want to make is, when you're just starting off, you might sort of look back 6 months and look at your price and look at your decisions and stuff like that and think, I would do things differently. If you're 10, 15 years into the job, you're probably, on a pretty level playing field, and you would probably still do the same things. But because I'm so new, I'm learning, still learning as I go. And it's important to recognise that the video you're about to watch is a snapshot of me at that moment in time, probably about 1.5 years into it roughly. I don't agree with everything that's in the video price-wise. I'm talking really about the last job, and you'll see. But I explain it. You'll see what I do. I explain it, and it's relevant and perfectly fine for me in that moment in time. I'm also a lot busier now than I was then, so that also impacts decisions as well. So anyway, enough waffle. I'll get into the video. I hope you enjoy it. If you're new here, please subscribe. That would be great. Yeah, hope you enjoy it, guys. Hi guys, the Great Gardener here. This is another day in the life of a gardener video. My first one proved very popular, so I've been meaning for ages to do another one, but it's a pain basically to film, to get enough footage and the angles and things to make it remotely interesting, and I've just been putting it off really. But I've got a decent little day today, so I'm just gonna force myself to film it. The time is 9:45. Normally I'm out the house between sort of 8:30 and 9 o'clock, but the little one let us have a lie in this morning. I was up yesterday at 6 o'clock with her, and today my alarm went off. She wasn't up, so I thought I'm closing my eyes. So I'm a little bit behind, but it's no problem because none of my jobs are time sensitive. As ever, I'm going to tell you the price of each job as well, which I think keeps a lot of people watching. So I'm happy to do that again. And it's not particularly an exciting day. It's mainly, I think it's all grass cuts, to be honest. So the first few hours, I've got 3 jobs in the same street. And it's a 10-minute drive away, which is my maximum really. But as I say, 3 jobs in the same street, I'm quite happy to do that. Then we're going to drive 5 minutes to the next village and 5 minutes to the next village. The last one will be is a one-off, but she's in 2 minds whether she wants it regular, so I've tried to keep a reasonable price. It's only a small little couple of lawns, so I'm trying to get that one permanently because it's on me round and that. Normally I don't do as much driving. Normally I'm just in one village for the day, but the way it works out with the 3 in one street in the one village, that's good money. So let's get going anyway, and I'll film again when I'm at the first garden. So I've just done the front there. I didn't bother filming it, but I'm going to start on the back now, and the camera isn't really picking it up. It is a little bit longer than what you would like it, so it does need a cut, and I'll just run it over. Not too low obviously, because it's getting no water and things, so I'm not going to scalp it. But as I say, the camera makes it look a bit shorter than it actually is, so just bear that in mind. So this is the back. If I just stop it there, you can see how short the grass is. I mean, there's a few tufts in places. Barely grown, but I'm going to cut it anyway. I'll show you out the front as well. So you got that strip there. See, parts turning brown, and you've got a tiny little patch here. There. So just under 10 minutes to get here, which isn't bad at all. This is the first one. It's the largest lawn. It takes about 45 minutes all in. nearly went over that. I think there's a few cats kicking about, so customer doesn't have any pets. So I'll get rid of this and I'll have a walk around the garden again just to see if I've missed anything. See, the grass isn't really growing at the minute. As I say, we're just on the back of the heat wave, and we haven't had rain for ages. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. It's not dead long. You almost feel a bit silly cutting it, but I've only had one customer say don't bother turning up. The rest of them know I'm coming, so you know, if they haven't told us, why, you know, if I don't do it, I don't get paid. So I'm going to have to cut it. It's just taking the tops off. It's just a few like dandelions and things that are popping through, and you're just taking the heads off and that really. But it neatens it up, don't get us wrong. It makes a little bit of a difference, but it's not long. The grass is not long. So you get the idea with that. So that took me, I've just done 5 minutes there, getting a few weeds out the border at the front, messing about with the camera and stuff. That's taken us 45 minutes. I do have a video on this one, which I'll link below, that I messed up at the first initial visit. Undercharged by a canny bit and massively underestimated the amount of waste. So you can have a look at that one. And yeah, so £40 earned for this one. And off just down the street there for the next two houses, which I class as one, and I'll explain why in a minute. Right, so I'm outside of these two now. They're next door to each other, and as I say, I class them as one. So what I'm going to do now while I'm talking is just show you around the two gardens. And the first one is the first one I got. It's tenanted, the landlord pays us. I haven't been out the back just yet, but obviously I'm showing you around now, so I'm assuming there's like stuff all over the garden again. He normally has like his kids' bouncy castle thing, and he's made a bit of a mess of the lawn really previously, because he's left it like in the middle of the grass, the bouncy castle, and obviously it's like died underneath, and there's normally dog poo to pick up, which I don't mind because it's quite, with the three houses on the street, it earns us good money, so I'm happy to do that. There's not that much, sometimes there's none. So that was front and back there of house A. It's normally a little bit worse than that. It wasn't too bad. So I keep the paving like weed free and stuff as well, and there's normally stuff like left over the garden and that, but as I say, it wasn't too bad today. This is house B. So what happened here, let's call them house A and house B. House A is the tenanted one with the landlord. She paid me to do the back and the side alley thing. There's some bits of weeds and stuff, so I do try and get the weeds out of this one. But as I say, the tenant just leaves stuff flying all over, and I'm not rearranging the whole garden just to get some weeds, to be quite honest with you. The landlord's happy and the tenant's happy, so I'm going to continue the way I'm going with this one. But anyway, so the next door neighbour is friends with the landlord, and she took care of both front lawns. It's kind of a merging lawn, and she just used to cut that one. She then got in touch with us saying, how much would you charge to cut her back and the front? We came to an agreement. She wouldn't pay the price initially. I can't remember what I said now, but the landlord said, well, since you've been sorting the front lawns out for however long, I'll increase my payment by £5. So I do the front and back of both. So I'm basically, for house A, the landlord one, it's 35, and for house B, which is only the back garden that she's paying for, is 15. So I consider it as one garden. Combined, it's 50 quid. And to be honest, most of the time it takes is about an hour, all in. That's if I'm messing about with weeds and stuff. Sometimes it's literally grass cuts and I'm there like, I don't know, 45 minutes max. You know, by the time I've messed about and got the wheelie bins out and blah blah blah. So yeah, that's why like I don't mind picking up a little bit of the dog poo, because it's quite a lucrative one, this, coupled with the £40 one at the top of the street. So all in, I'm usually about 2 hours, and it is £90. So 2 hours, 90 quid. You kind of go wrong with that. And then I have one in the next village about 5 minutes away, and we'll get to that in a second. But this is one of the days where I get round quite quick, but there's room to add another couple of grass cuts in the afternoon, late afternoon, which is what I want to do. I am tending to stick little one-off jobs on this particular day, which is fine, but they don't come around, week in, week out. Generally speaking, I can always put a job in, but it's not guaranteed. So that's why I want this afternoon to be taken up by maybe a couple of regular grass cuts, which hopefully I should get before the summer's out. So this next one I've just finished, and I'll tell you why I'm filming at the end rather than at the start. So I pulled up to the house, and there's a front and back lawn that I do, and the front just hadn't grown whatsoever. And I thought I've wasted my journey because it was just under 10 minutes from the previous area I was in. And this is the one where it's a little bit out my way, and I explained to the customer at the time, so I'd have to charge a little bit more, and she was happy to pay it. And today's the only day that's worth doing this one because it ties in with the ones this morning. So I give her a knock. I said, I see the front hasn't grown. I said, what's the back like? And she said, it's grown a little bit. I was nearly going to text you, but I decided not to because I thought you can come and do the back. I thought, fair enough, that's fine. I charge £30 usually. If this was in my area and I'm on my round, it would be 25 quid. I explained at the time I'll have to stick a fiver on. Today's just taken me like 15 minutes. I was talking to her at the start for 10 minutes. She was giving us advice on how to get a 10-month-old to sleep, which is could be quite valuable. Lovely woman. I've just taken over the garden. I've probably only been there about 4 times, and that's the thing what I want to talk about. So today, some people will probably maybe even play hardball and say 30 quid's 30 quid. This is what I charge. Why should I get less? It's me fuel to get here. It's the costs. Blah blah blah. But the way I see it, she's obviously a really nice woman. They're the people you want to keep and keep happy. It's an easy garden. It's 30 quid for a lawn cut, which it's, as you can see, it's small, really small. She's happy to pay that. She was just telling us how happy she is that she's got me in as a gardener. She's busy with work and she works from home, and she's just over the moon. She was really, really grateful. That's what you want as a customer. She's a fast payer. So personally, I only charge her 20 quid there today. So they're the types of people that I want to keep happy. It would be easy to be a bit of a dick about it and just say, my price is my price. I personally couldn't do that because I didn't cut the front, so I haven't done the full job, so I wouldn't want to charge her 30 quid. But I want to keep these people happy. They're the ones that are going to make your days nice and pleasant, so I hope she keeps us for the next 20 years. So just for this one little day, one little moment of the extreme heat that we're having, and the gardens aren't growing at all, I'm happy to knock a tenner off, just to keep that relationship going, and keep a good relationship. It's 12:30. I'm on to my last one. It's gone a little bit quicker today because obviously I'm not making trips back and forth to the bin to empty the grass, and everything's just going really quick today, and obviously this one was a lot quicker than I thought as well. This next garden that we'll get to does need cutting. She was quite eager to get a cut, and just as soon as you can fit us in, kind of thing. I'll show you it now. Obviously I'll take you around, and this is one that she I think is in two minds, reading between the lines. She's in two minds about whether to get someone regular or not to cut it. We did go through the conversation. I assumed she wanted something regular. That's the way she was talking. So I'll give her me price, and I'll give her me kind of terms and conditions and stuff. I'll come every 2 weeks. I'll cut it until it stops growing, probably late October, early November kind of thing. And we went through it all, and I'll give me price. And she said, thanks so much. She said, do you just do fortnightly cuts then, or do you do one-offs? I said, I'll do one-offs as well. She said, because sometimes the council cuts the 2 patches out the front. So obviously that changes everything, doesn't it? Your price and that. So this is on me round, and I do house in the same street. So I give her a revised price. I said if you did want the back doing every 2 weeks, I'd charge you 20 quid. It's a quick in and out job, this one. The price for the whole, the back and the 2 bits out the front, I said was 25, and that's what I'm charging today. Although it's a one-off. So why am I doing that? She did ask rather, if I charge more for one-off work, and I said, well, I do usually, yes, but I'm happy to do for 25, because this is the type of garden that I really want. Quick lawn cuts in and out, and if I do a good job, hopefully she might get us back to do it regularly, even if it's just the back and it's 20 quid. So again, I guess it would be a little bit of a, I don't pay for advertising. I'm happy to do this for 25, and hopefully I'll get it as a regular. These are the chances you take, and these are the decisions you have to make. I'm making my decisions and putting them on YouTube, which I hope people can appreciate. People might not agree, some people might agree. This is, what I do on this channel. It's sharing my experience, and not everyone agrees with it, and that's the way it goes. Right, so job done there. The council cut the 2 little front bits out the front, sorry, so it was just the back to do. It had seemed to have grown a canny bit since I quoted it. I think it was only about 10 days ago. I don't know if I've had no rain, but it just seemed to have shot up. So I spoke to the customer anyway. I stuck to the 25. It should have been 35 to 40. But as I say, we had a chat, and it's looking likely that I'm going to get that as a regular. So it was like it's going to pay for itself in the long run, really. It took us about half an hour as well, so 25 quid half an hour. It's fine. It's getting warm again though. So that's it. All done. It's 1:45, so standard sort of finish. I normally start a bit early though. If you've liked this, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, bye.